Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is Christmas Eve and I am a Christmassy Doom guy. I'm Santa Doom guy. Yeah, it is Christmas Eve right now in most parts of the world. So I want to say happy holidays to all of you. In some parts of the world it might even be Christmas Day. But I know that for a lot of you Christmas is a really special time. It is when you're young. When you get older it's not so magical, I guess, but I know a lot of you are going to be having a good time, so I want to wish you all a happy holiday. And in this episode we are going to be taking it easy and things are going to be a bit more casual, just because it has been the crazy season of December and it's almost over now, so everything is good. But anyway, I want to tell you what I have been doing in between episodes. Now, we're going to talk about the Wastelands in a little bit. I've got something to show you there. I just need to finish off something that I'm doing, which is removing sandstone. But I have been to the end farm and repaired loads of my gear. Now, every single one of these picks right here, they were all down to their last little use, and I went and repaired all of those. Also did my shovels, and what else have we got? Armour. So, I went on a bit of a binge with the enchanting. I decided to go all out and get the best enchantments I could. So check these ones out. All of these have Unbreaking 3 on, so I spent a lot of time, getting some bad enchants and repairing them, or even crafting them together to get some better ones. So now we have all of this excellent armour. Some of this even has thorns on, which is pretty cool. And then we got feather falling down the bottom here. So these ones are just junk ones that I'm going to go and enchant again sometime in the future, but we are well and truly equipped for the foreseeable future, which is awesome. And I'm probably not going to use these too much anymore, but I felt like wearing one right now. So there is one more thing that I want to tell you before we go and look at the Wastelands. We're going to be talking about what's happening with that and what's happening with the project here in the future. But first of all, I want to let you know that tomorrow there is a special video coming out on Christmas Day from my server. And also, if you are interested in getting yourself a premium account on the server, there is going to be a 25% off discount for today and tomorrow. Now, at the moment, premium, all it does is it gives you access to having extra plots to build on and world edit and a few other features like that, so it just kind of expands the building experience, but it is a lifetime pass, and in the future we are hoping to get some PvP games up and running, which will also have extra features for that. So if you're interested, it's a little Christmas discount right there. So the discount code is Christmas, I do believe, and if you look in the description box, all of the details for that are there if you are interested. So the Wastelands, a hugely ambitious project, which is only the entrance to our master base in this area. And we have hit a bit of a wall recently. December and November have been so busy that I was just finding it time to, come over here and also to be motivated to do it as well. And recently I found that motivation again and wanted to make some progress, which is what I have done. So the last time we were over here and I showed you what I'd gotten up to, I think the sandstone was somewhere around where I'm pointing at over there, and I've now done all of it going all the way around the side over to here. Now Hypno is just logged on and he's actually going to be coming over to buy some sand and sandstone, and he's going to say hello and put me off. Let's just say hello back. Yeah, there we go. Let's ask him right now. Trade some sand. I'm pretty sure he wants to come over here and get some. Yeah, so what was I saying? The Wastelands, we're going to be back on track with this. Now the idea was that this was just going to be the entrance to the area. We're going to have a big base underground, but what I really wanted to do was get the entire thing done straight away, and then after that we would go underground. But lately I've been feeling like maybe that's not the best thing to do, because for you, the viewers, it's probably not that enjoyable to see someone continuously remove sand and sandstone across multiple episodes. Even though I don't show you block by block or anything like that, just in general. Let's just talk to Hypno. Let's meet in the Nether. Oh wow, he's got to come over here and get the sand. If you can hear my keyboard, I have a new keyboard and a new mouse as well. I think that's a story I'll have to tell another time. I get lots of comments about people being able to hear the keyboard and things like that, so I brought a new one and I absolutely love it. I think it's great. It is a Rocat, it's got the name written on it, a Suku, and it's absolutely awesome. I guess you can Google that and have a look at it. It's a keyboard with lights and stuff like that, which does look a bit gimmicky, but actually it's really good. I do like it very much. So I'm getting a little bit distracted here. Let's jump up to the top here and I'll show you everything if I can make it up the top here. Right, there we go. So this is the area they're done. As I said, over there was where it was up to last time, and we just blitzed through all of this. It didn't actually take as long as I thought it would, and we've done all the way going over there as well. So we're going to head over in that direction next. But what I want to ask all of you is to take a vote. So there's going to be links on the screen right now, and you can choose yes or no. And the question is, do you want me to continue doing the Wastelands, to stick to the original plan, get all of this done, you know, we'll be doing other projects in between, and then we will head underground once it's done, or should we start going underground already and get the rest of this done over time? Now, I personally feel like we should get the Wastelands done first, but then again, you know, you've been waiting and you watch the videos, so I think you should decide. But if we do go underground, I imagine it's going to start to get a little less motivating to do the rest of this, just because, you know, underground's where the real stuff is going to be happening. Now, I need to go meet up with Hypno actually, so let's just have a look at this area over here. This is the last bit I've got to do over here, which I'll probably actually get done in this episode. Just fill in this lake right here, remove all of that, turn it into Wastelands. That's pretty straightforward. And last time we did that, for the rest of this river, we done some time lapses. Now, I would still like to do time lapses in this area, and if you see me place down the occasional stone block, that's just because every now and then some of the blocks are a little bit level, and I like to keep it looking random, so I place down extra ones on top like that. But I've got some ideas for time lapses, ways to improve them, and things that I want to do, and I know some of you really like that, so that's another thing we can do with this whole Wastelands project, is do a couple more time lapses with that. But as I said, I need to head back over to meet Hypno and actually have a clip of me and DMAC. We were in TeamSpeak and I was doing some of the sandstone over in the corner, and then a zombie horde came after me, so I guess I'll share that with you, and then we'll probably be speaking to Hypno before long. Okay, I'm recording and logging in, and DMAC is with me, and there they are.
The horde of zombies.
They're not going to be able to hear you over these zombies. Yeah, there's a heck of a lot here, and when I punch them, I'll get a few more. And they always spawn over the side. They're not spawning anymore now, not that I can see. I think I might just pillar up.
Are they following you, or are they trapped?
Yep, and there's more spawning in the distance. There's a baby. There's another one. You can kind of just see them spawn. I want to go low enough so that I can punch them. This ain't going to work. Oh, I can now punch them. Brilliant. So I'll punch a few. And more spawn. This is great, man. It's a shame you're not over here.
I know, I wish I could see it. I'll have to wait for the
I'm
video.
going to have to try and count them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, maybe 23? Let's go ham and hit them a bit more.
I thought you said there was like 50.
Yeah, I exaggerated. As you do. As you do. Oh, I totally just looked at Enderman. Oh, dude, this guy sucks. He can't even get to me. Yes, he's dead. One of the zombies has got his ender pearl.
Is there enough time if I wanted to run over from the end to...
I doubt it. It's going to be day soon. And oh, and there's another little baby zombie. And there's another zombie in the distance. And another one. I might just... I could build them a roof is one thing I could do, but I'm throwing down some blocks. Some of them are picking them up.
Dude, I loved on the old map you had that one spawner thing where you had them pick up the melons so they'd never despawn.
Oh, that was such a great project.
Oh, I love that one.
I think that was one of those real firsts, like, because I turned it into a like an in-game little dungeon. Ah, that was so fun. Got to do more stuff.
What holiday was that we all played together? Wasn't it like over a holiday?
Yeah, that was like a year ago on that map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I reckon there's about 35 or 40 here.
So I think I said I needed 50 stacks of sandstone and 25 stacks of sand, but I think it might be more than that. I don't know how much you have. So.
I have more than enough. Don't worry about how much I have. All of these chests around here have got sandstone in. And then there's other random chests for the sandstone and stuff as well.
Oh man, just got so much of this stuff.
Yeah, well, it's the Wastelands. It's like everything out there is sand and sandstone, so I just remove it all and dump them in these chests.
Right. Oh, man, so much. Okay.
Well, what I need to do is price it up properly, like figure out how long it takes to get, and then what I think's a reasonable price. But I said to you 5 diamonds, so you can just take like what you need for 5 diamonds.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think I'm ever going to use any of this or all of it even. Anyway,
Hmm.
do you want to have a look
Hmm.
outside?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I'm not recording right now, by the way. I don't know if you are.
Oh, I am, yeah. Oh, damn it! I'm getting stuck in the door. Yeah, this is it. I just finished doing this corner over here today. The way that I'm facing over there. It's a bit weird at the moment because they got that bug where you can't see the full view distance, right?
Yeah, I don't know what the deal with that is. If you walk over that way and come back, it'll stay rendered or stay loaded. I even turned up the render distance a little bit on the server, so it sends more than 9 chunks back to you. But yeah, you still have to go over there and come back before it stays loaded. It's weird.
That is. I had mine set on 12 for some reason, and I'll put it up to 16. And it feels worse actually, but yeah, the idea was when you stand where that beacon is in the middle, whatever direction you looked in, all you're going to see is the wastelands, but
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I do like the way this is looking, though.
it looks great. I love it.
So, how many hours do you think it's taken you so far to
I,
dig this
I
out?
don't know, but one thing is, first of all, it doesn't take as long as it looks because you do it in chunks, right? You know, like an hour
Sure.
here, an hour there, and then over
Right.
time it adds up. Because we've been on this map for like 6 months, haven't we?
Something like that, sure.
So not really as long. Well, 6 months is a long time, but it's not like that much of a grind, I guess. And then we've got the gold farm over there. Check that out. It looks so ugly.
I think it looks pretty cool, all that purple. But yeah,
Yeah, the purple looks cool.
I don't know what you could do really to make it look better, though. Maybe it's just the dull green of those leaves in the desert biome.
Oh yeah, yeah. I really like leaves. I've been sort of turned on to how good they are with building lately. And out in the 1.7 area, the leaves
Hmm.
look rubbish. Over here, the leaves look rubbish as well. You need to do that stuff in a jungle biome, really, and
Oh,
then you get that.
jungle definitely is the best biome for the leaves. They have that vibrant green color. I love it.
Yeah, and the grass as well. I tell you what,
Definitely.
it'd be great if we could silk touch grass and leaves, with the color intact. That'd be so awesome. Because then blocks like that would become relevant over there as well. There'll be times when leaving leaves of that color will be useful.
Yeah, it's
But
too bad that they changed depending on the biome, though.
yeah, I
It
don't
would be
like it.
nice if you could silk touch them with their color.
Yeah,
You know, I
absolutely.
think I saw before in a mushroom biome that the grass is like the same color as jungle, or at least it's
Really?
really bright green. I think so.
Yeah, I haven't really seen one because it's always covered in mycelium, isn't it? So I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could
Hmm.
well be.
So yeah, pretty cool base. What else
Yeah,
do you
no,
got around
thanks.
here that we can't see right now? Anything else?
Not a lot. There's the villagers, the reed farm, the villager breeder, and then just all of this. It's like the real base is going to be underground. This is just the entrance. The idea is you're gonna come through a portal that's going to be in the sky, and then
All
you can
right.
drop down into the main entrance. Uh,
Oh,
and then like you from up there you can see all of this. I
that'll
mean,
be awesome. So you're gonna have like a really high up, maybe build limit sky base kind of a thing?
yeah, possibly. I've also considered putting a whole roof above the whole area as well, so it's always night. But I don't think I'll do
Ooh,
that.
make it feel
Um,
like a super hostile map or something.
exactly. I mean, my plan is to light everything up underground, so at night time this place is going to be hell because there's no lights. But
Right.
not sure if I want to do that permanently.
Yeah, I don't know. And then, are you gonna have like a mob trap around here other than your pigman farm?
Yeah, I'm going to build an experimental one underground. It's not going to be like a high capacity one. I was going to play around with some unique designs and have something that like operates during the day. Because as soon as it's sunlight, only creepers will be alive up here, and then you'll have things spawning underground again. So might do
Right.
something like that.
Looks
Just for
like
the
maybe
fun
the
of it.
Endermen have been having fun over there at your reed farm. I see some missing sand
Yeah,
blocks.
yeah, all the way along. That's exactly it.
Oh, that's so annoying.
But yeah, do you want to see the villagers?
Yeah, let's
You
take a look at
can
that.
you can come and trade with them whenever you want. I've said that to everyone, and no one, I don't think anyone uses them but me. But these guys down here,
I've heard from people are leaving comments that you have like perfect villagers. I haven't seen any of these things yet, so
okay. Well, I gotta say, if you like the look of this and you would consider doing it just for yourself, it's a really
hmm
fun project. Um, it's a lot of fun trading with them to get them. But basically, this guy here, his very last trade, which can technically be replaced, but on a very low possibility, is a paper trade. And the
Okay.
trade it can be replaced with is gold, but it's incredibly rare. So basically, he's probably going to be using that for a long, long time. So then I get emeralds from that. So obviously, sugarcane makes paper, and then this
Right.
guy right here, he he does all the really good trades for diamond armor. So if you scroll, actually, I don't think you can look when I'm looking, right?
No, I cannot.
Okay, well, if you have a look, he's got diamond trades, and then his very last trade costs 5 emeralds, so you can trade with him a few times, and then he'll stop trading with you. But if you do the very last trade, it refreshes all of them, so then you
Oh,
can
okay.
trade the diamond tools again.
So you say
Um,
the very last trade, when you trade it, has a chance of changing? Is that only on the librarian, or is that on any of these villagers?
I think whenever you do the last trade, there's a chance that another trade can either change or become cheaper depending on what it is, but it refreshes all of them. So if you've traded them and locked them out, then it unlocks it again, right?
Okay.
And that's always for the last trade. So it means these two can just be used infinitely at the
Yeah,
moment.
the only time I've really traded with villagers was in Feed the Beast,
Yeah.
and it seemed like the very last trade never unlocked, but I never had a change either. Or I mean, yeah, never got locked out, but I've never had a
Depends.
change either. So I don't
Yeah,
know if that was just a 1 or 1.4.7 thing, or if that's been changed.
it sounds like the way it works in vanilla. It does.
Okay. Yeah,
But
that's
yeah.
that's really cool. Yeah, I've been thinking about setting up some kind of a villager trading thing. I haven't done anything with villagers yet on this map, on this season.
If you're thinking about it, go for it because these are a lot of fun.
Okay.
They're a lot of work as well, but I don't know. It just gives you like a lot of things to do. You know, there's lots of different types you can end up trading with, and then you've got to set up a breeder, you've got to set up a trading booth, you've got to make a sugarcane farm, and it becomes quite a big project, and it's a lot of fun. If
Yeah,
you
it
if
does
you
look
go down
like
this
it.
ladder here
Mm-hmm.
and prepare your ears,
Uh-oh.
got the breeder down here, and the noise is hilarious.
Maybe I'll turn down the game sound a little bit more.
Mine sounds pretty low. I mean, compared to your voice, it's low, so I'm gonna leave mine.
That's a lot of sounds.
Oh, look at these guys.
Oh yeah, look at them. So this is an infinite breeder?
Yeah. I have to
Okay.
check on it because every now and then it starts, like, the numbers creep up slowly. I think last time I killed them they were on like 200 and now they're up to 280.
Yeah, I see
Um,
that. That's quite a lot of these guys.
it is. I guess depending on what sort of computer you've got, this might lag for some people, which is a bit of a concern. I could probably, take the numbers right down now, but if ever I
Hmm.
want to start trading again, look for some new villages. I mean, there's other types of trades to unlock. Then I can just, open it and they'll start coming back up to the top. But I discovered a trade the other day, or I say discovered, someone mentioned it and I realised how great it was. If you get a blacksmith whose last trade is iron, it's always going to refresh. And for 8 iron, you get 1 emerald. So every
Ooh.
time you trade with him, you could get 8 emeralds. And iron is obviously basically free, right?
Right, now that we have that iron foundry.
Exactly. I mean, I got loads of it in this chest over here. Just have a look. You can just take that and it'll be there within a day
Oh,
again.
yeah, exactly. The
You
only
know?
problem with that is you got to put them all into the blocks. That takes a little bit of time, but yeah, it'll be
That's
worth it if
true.
you could get infinite emeralds out of it.
Yeah, I've been saying to Mumbo we should make a crafting machine. So you put it into craft mode and it dispenses all of the iron to you, and then you just stand there with a crafting bench. Do you know the trick with using the numbers in your hotbar to craft?
Yeah, I saw Biffa do that, I think, an episode or two ago. He was talking about that.
It's a
Maybe it was in a
really good
single
trick.
player. I can't remember, but yeah, I saw him do that. That's really neat. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, Dinnerbone adds loads of little tweaks in like that.
Hmm.
Like you can double click items into chests and you can control click items to throw them and things like that. There's loads of little things that he's added, and that was one of them. So when it comes to crafting iron, you just press like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then fill up the crafting grid, and
Right.
then you got a stack of iron blocks.
The one thing I don't like about the double click where you can move all the same items into a chest is you have to have the item. You have to have it on your mouse or whatever, be holding it,
And then
and
you've
then
always
double
got one
click.
left over.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of annoying, and then it doesn't always work. I don't know. Feels like it could use a little bit of improvement, but it is very nice.
It's really good. I know what you mean though, because usually when you're transferring large amount of items, you don't want to have one left over in your hand because you're probably like picking up a load off the ground at the same time or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, should we do this trade?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Okay, there you go. So 50 stacks of sandstone, 25 of sand, 5 diamonds. That's a bargain.
That is really a bargain. I was thinking about this before I came over here, and I'm pretty sure you might go through more than 5 diamonds just digging all this stuff out, especially, with your pick
Oh,
and
no, no,
stuff.
no. My pick don't cost diamonds, does it? It costs sugarcane.
Oh, that's true.
But I still think, I mean, I've been doing some tests where I'm trying to get like as much diamond as I can. It takes about 15 minutes to get a stack of diamond ore using
Hmm.
speed mining. So I'm gonna use that to calculate the price in the future. Thank you very
Well,
much.
there's 5 diamonds, and there's a little bit more for you.
Oh, there is? Oh, wait, what? Did you just chuck me a diamond block?
I might have.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
No problem.
That'll go in here with the
Thank
rest
you.
as well.
This is gonna help me out a lot. So
Yeah, man. I saw what you're doing over the base. It looks really good.
thanks. Yeah, it's taken a lot of time. I'm enjoying doing that project, but yeah, I need just a whole bunch of sand. I didn't want to ruin the desert that's over by my base, so
Yeah, yeah. When you got biomes like close by, you don't want to take them apart really for the
yeah,
aesthetics. So yeah, I can
exactly.
understand that. Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
No, thank you.
No problem. So a moment ago there was a river here. As you can see, it has been turned into the Wastelands. That is all of this area that we started quite a long time ago done, and now all that's left are the areas we haven't even begun to do. But I'm really feeling the motivation at the moment, and I don't think it's going to be too long till we get this done, now that I have more time to work on it. But let's head back to the jungle temple, as I always call it. It's actually a desert temple, or a wastelands temple, whatever you want to call it. But I've been getting some comments on my videos, a lot of people asking about the ABBA caving tournament matches. So I posted my one with Spumwack already, and there's been other ones as well, and a lot of you are asking to be notified of when those ones take place. So some of them have already been played. I'm going to put all of the links in the description box down below. There's still a few more matches to be played, but in the next round we're going to rebalance the point system, because when I played the game with Spumwack, what won it for me was all of that iron that I collected, and the iron is really too powerful, I think, in terms of how many points you get for it, because you can play it safe and get iron. And so I was thinking, you want a bit more luck, you want the diamonds to be worth something. And if you think about it like this, you've got 2 caves in front of you. You can go to the left and the right. If you go to the left, you're probably going to get iron. If you go to the right, you're probably going to get iron, but maybe only one of them has diamonds, and that's the kind of thing we want to be more valuable in this tournament. We don't want everyone going around trying to get as much iron as they can, because it's pretty much useless on this server, as a lot of people have pointed out. Although it is an ore, and it does, contribute to the overall score. Maybe we'll even rule iron out, but I'm sure we'll talk about it by the time the next round comes around. Now what I want to do next is actually go over to that flower biome we found a couple of episodes ago. So the thing is, I have used up all of my bone meal, and like a dummy, I didn't really think about how much I needed in reserve to do projects like that, because I put it all into my nano farm that we have down here. Now a while ago I made a tutorial for a new nano farm design, which Ease worked with me on, and then he went and compacted it even further. So I thought I'd show you all this since I've rebuilt it. I think we can hop over here. There is very little redstone to this, so pretty much what you're going to see down the bottom here is it. So there's a torch underneath this block, and then there is redstone there, redstone here, 2 repeaters, and I think 1 more torch over here, and then these blocks have redstone on the side of them right there and there, and that is all of the redstone for the entire thing, and it works just like the other one does, which is pretty amazing. It's just an absolutely tiny thing to control it. Let's head back up there. So after I'd done this, and the reason I rebuilt it is because I wanted to get myself lots of wheat so we could breed some animals. I am starting to run low on food, and I decided to fill all of these chests up with bone meal. And then after I did that, I realised I actually wanted the bones for something else. So what we might do is go and borrow some from Mumbo again, and then when I get the opportunity to AFK and get all those bones back, I will do that. But I really want to head over to that flower biome and get some tulips, because I haven't seen any tulips on the server yet apart from over there. So here we are, the world border between the 1.6 land and the 1.7. This is where the flower forest is, and I've got to say, this place is really pretty. There are really a lot of flowers everywhere. Compared to the amount of trees or other things that there are a lot of flowers. Now up the top here, I've actually set up a little machine that's running right now. It may have run out of bone meal. Let's go up the top and have a look. This is just a basic flower farm right here. So the bone meal, it goes onto the grass, and then the water gets dispensed so that it knocks out all of those plants and then slowly sends them over to this way. Now it's also done so that the water isn't on top of the grass for too long, otherwise it might turn into dirt. But one thing that I've observed straight away, if we go down here and have a look in the chest, we are not getting a lot of these, and also we are only getting the red and orange tulips. Now I'm going to go look on the wiki and see if I can find out how exactly these flowers spawn in this area, but we have none of these types. And also we're getting 2 types of tulips, but not the white ones, which is kind of interesting. And I think there's 3 in total, right? Let's see, we've got orange, we've got reds. There could possibly be one more colour. I'd have to go into creative mode to check that. Not on this world, obviously, like in a separate map. But let me show you the redstone. It's ever so simple. We just have a little circle like this. So this bit starts it with a 1-tick pulse, which gets turned into a 4-tick pulse. And it would appear that I'm lagging. And there it goes, it's catching up. So yeah, it goes around in a circle, it activates the bone meal, and then a little bit after that it activates the water, and it does that twice because these 2 blocks are going to power the redstone, so that turns the water on and then turns it off. So pretty simple little bit of redstone right there. So anyway, I'm thinking that before we do some research we should go and have a little look around. I want to see what this area is like, if there's any other flower types here and things like that. But I got this feeling that I'm going to have to do a lot of flower collecting, because when I first came here I thought it'd be nice to leave everything how it is and just get all of my stuff through the bone meal. And by the way, I borrowed 12 stacks from Mumbo, so I must remember to return that. I also brought my Silk Touch shears, just in case there's something I'm forgetting. There might be something valuable around here, but I doubt it. I just saw that and thought that's always a good thing to have in your ender chest. So I've just had a little bit of a thought, and I've been wandering around putting bone meal on the ground. The only things I've seen so far are the ones that we've got in our little farm that we set up. And I was wondering, is that location based? You know, just because it's in that little area it means it can only do certain colours. And it would appear that I'm lagging again. It seems to be a bad connection to the server this day. But yeah, I'm going around, and did that white one just appear? I'm not sure actually. Let's do another one over here. Ah, okay, so we got some white ones. So maybe something is slightly different here. Is there any kind of hints on F3? I don't think there is. And hey, look at this. There is another tulip type. It is the pink tulip. Excellent. So over here we can get pink tulips. And in this area, let's just remove that, we can get white tulips. So it is area based. So, what are the other ones? I think that's actually all of them now. These ones right here I haven't seen prop up, so let's try and get some of those. There was some around here. Yes, those 2 just appeared, I'm pretty sure of it. And now I'm lagging again. Well, it looks like in order to get different types of this farm, different types of flowers, I'm going to have to set up the farm in different locations. So I'd say that that is a pretty good haul. Not a lot of time and effort went into that, and about 20 stacks of bone meal in total. But you can see here we have a lot less of the orange tulips, and the reason for that is because we have learnt that the flowers they spawn in different areas. And so in that first machine that we made, we didn't get a lot of orange tulips. So I actually went around and collected some of those manually. Now when I first came over here I said that we'd try and keep the flower biome intact, and that didn't last for very long. I've been collecting a lot of flowers, especially the 2 high ones, and I've been creeped a couple of times, and I've been chopping down trees. But we had to move the machine each time we did this. The first location was here, then we moved it over there. There's another one over in that direction. And what I've learnt, you know, while I've been collecting some of these flowers manually, is that for every block you have in the biome, and I think this is going to be on a y-axis thing, but only one type of flower can spawn there. So there must be some sort of algorithm that defines that this is, you know, the certain biome type, and then from there it can tell what block will have what type of flower in. So if I'm to do this, these 2 here are red tulips. Let's see if we can just do that again. That one there as well. And if I remove less around here, they should try and spawn in the same place. So those 2 were red before, you can see they're red again, and I think that one was red as well. There you go. So this gave me an idea. I realised that there was a bigger project that worked here. Now what you would like from the flower machine, the temporary one I set up, is to get an even amount of each type of flower, which is not what we got from the ones that I have set up, which is why we had less of the orange ones. So the project that I have in mind, which I might actually come back here and do quite soon because it's a really interesting one, is to take an area like this and find out which of the different flowers can spawn on it. So if we just do this a little bit, maybe we can get a little bit of a grid going in a particular area, but we can see what ones are going to spawn right here. So if we wanted to make an orange flower one. I keep calling them flowers when they're actually tulips, which is technically the same thing, but you know what I mean. And so we can see by doing this where each individual block is going to have what type of flower, because it's always going to be the same. And so you could fill up a large area like this, and then you could look at where you want to put your machine. If you feel like getting a lot of orange flowers, you could put them right here in the middle. And then I guess the best thing you would want is to have... Is it me, or are these three just always coming up grass? Maybe that's the thing as well. Maybe sometimes the flowers can't spawn and you can only get grass there. That is interesting. I'll have to continue with that. But ultimately, there you go. That myth's busted. And there's another one. So ultimately, what you're going to aim for is a group of flowers of each different type that all kind of intersect on the same area. And that's probably going to be very difficult to find. But at the same time, if you can find nice groups of the same flower type like this, then you can set up a whole bunch of miniature farms, and then whatever one you run, you're always going to get these same types. So I think what I want to do here before we leave is just fill up this area so we can get a good look at how the different colour flowers distribute. So there we go. Probably looks like a time-consuming task. It does take a little bit of time, but it's more boring than time-consuming. But there we go. We've done a little area over here. It seems like they're not randomly scattered, they're in groups, and if this was over a larger area we'd probably see little circles of different colours and things like that, but there you go. It is definitely interesting to see this, and I'm thinking what we should do if we do come back here and decide to do this project is just throw down some bone meal around the place and try and look for an area where the different flowers intersect. If we head over here, you know, these ones have naturally spawned, so this is probably going to be the same thing if we put down some bone meal. So if we put some down right here, let's see if we get any flowers. No, well, that one right there I think, but yeah, one of the white ones and one of those ones, so they are grouped in similar areas it would seem. So you'd have to scout out for an area where those different types kind of all meet, and then maybe make a farm at that point. But I think that kind of wraps up this little adventure over here. It was definitely fun to come and get some flowers. That's going to help with the building, and we also learned something as well, which is pretty cool. So, I am back safe and sound. I had just enough inventory space, including my ender chest, to get all of those flowers back. So, here they are in this chest. That was a good little journey. We have lots of flowers for the future. And before I left, I also thought about the price that I wanted to sell my sandstone and sand for. And so here it is, 8 stacks of sandstone for a diamond or 12 sand. And when I come back, I noticed this little chest here, and it's from Hypno. He has obviously brought a lot right there. There is 11 diamonds in total, arranged in a derpy face, and a block of diamonds, so that's 20 in total. So let's have a look at what he brought. 144 stacks of sandstone and 24 sand, and yeah, Hypno is going to be busy with all of that. I've seen what he's doing with it. It's a big project he's got going on over at his base. If you haven't seen Hypno's base, be sure to check out his videos. He's going to put that sandstone to good use, and that means we have a few more diamonds to put in the chest for the end of this episode. And as I said earlier, it's going to be a nice and casual, relaxed episode, and it has been, and we've also learnt some stuff as well, which is pretty cool with the flowers. But that is it for this episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do leave a like. It is always appreciated. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.